My name is Joseph Wilson. I'm a managing partner at Trial Lawyers for Justice, Georgia. Been practicing about 12 years, and our firm focuses on catastrophic injury cases, wrongful death cases, as well as toxic torque. We got involved in this case probably in mid-2024. It was previously handled by another lawyer who had been working on it, and then she referred it to us to litigate the case. My client, who's originally from Georgia, was in Indiana at the time. He was on the interstate, headed to a family member's home. And there's this tractor trailer to the left of him on the interstate who tries to merge over into his lane and unfortunately crashes into his vehicle. We actually ended up filing it here in Georgia because the trucking company was a Georgia company. Initially, he didn't complain of any injuries at the scene, but later on started to develop some severe neck pain, some low back pain, as well as having headaches pretty frequently. My objective for this case when I got involved is, one, determine what I think the true value is of the case and maximize that value. And once I went through that process, I realized it was a 7-figure case. I realized the insurance company was crazy not to settle this case at pre-suit mediation. This ended up being a clear liability case after we took his deposition. And so then it really all came down to proximate cause and what are the damages in the case. People learn things different. Some people like to learn through seeing things visually, some are more auditory. And so we like to touch on all of the senses when we are presenting to a jury, because again, that's the focus, is how do I present this to a jury? We had an illustration done of the cervical spine, the condition of the cervical spine, as well as the surgery performed on the cervical spine, as well as lumbar, because he got a lumbar discectomy and then he got a cervical fusion. So he ended up going to a neurologist, did get diagnosed with post-concussive syndrome and mild traumatic brain injury. There was also medical illustrations created regarding his traumatic brain injury. Really impressed with the medical illustrations and how they really graphically show the trauma to his spine. Using the DTI MRI findings, DK Global was able to create an illustration that showed the different types of abnormalities in his brain post-crash. And we sent that to them when we sent that demand package, again, to show we're ready, to show that we got all our exhibits ready, and beautifully done exhibit specifically on the brain injury, and we think it had an impact. The pre-suit offer before we got involved was $200,000. And then as we got involved in the case, and prior to us creating the illustrations and things of that nature, they upped the offer to $750,000, which again was nothing for us to even consider. So we were able to resolve this case for $3 million. The client was very, very happy and satisfied with that outcome.